What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing the series between the Indiana Pacers and Milwaukee Bucks. And of course, you guys know by now, the Indiana Pacers have now eliminated the Milwaukee Bucks from the NBA playoffs. Two things, right? This series definitely went it went a way that if you are a Bucks fan, you definitely are disappointed. Not having Giannis Antetokounmpo. Damian Lillard was already banged up going into the tail end of the season, him missing a few games. You look at the inconsistencies from the others. Just if you are a Bucks fan, you trade for Damian Lillard and you see the way your season ended, not having Giannis at all during the series. And I said this, though. I said this series is going to be a whole different kind of way because not having Giannis, Rick Carlisle and the Pacers don't have the game plan for him. You look at a team that wants to get up and down, wants to run, wants to basically have a track meet. And it went well for the Pacers throughout the entire series, other than the games that they actually lost. Now, you look at a team like Indiana with Tyrese Haliburton, Pascal Siakam, Miles Turner, but it was, especially in the closeout game, it was the others, the Obi Toppins, the TJ McConnells, the Nimhards, the Neesmiths, guys like that who came in, made an impact, and their impact was felt throughout the entirety of that closeout game. When I look at just this series in general, I didn't know if the Bucks would have been healthy, I would have put all my chips on a healthy Milwaukee Bucks team. But not having Giannis, that's a big blow to your team. And when I look at the other cast of characters and defensively, how much the Bucks took a step back, losing Drew Holiday, ultimately, having Patrick Beverley, having Chris Middleton, who had a pretty good series, Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis, who was ejected, and not that he wasn't ejected this game, but he was ejected a few games ago, and how much that hurt the Bucks' cause. It's just something that you don't want to see. But again, I just felt like the Indiana Pacers were just too much for the Milwaukee Bucks in this series. Just looking at the scores of some of those games, the blowout wins and things like that, you are hard pressed to go against a team in Indiana who, again, like that style of play that they have. And when you only have a Damian Lillard for so many games, and you have Chris Middleton, but you don't have the others. Brook Lopez was showing up a spell, but against a high-powered offense, you're going to need a high-powered offense or a pretty formidable defensive attack versus that team. And I just felt like the Bucks didn't have enough versus this Indiana Pacers team. So again, the better team won in this series. And of course, I'll do a separate video on what I think the Bucks should do going forward. But for the Pacers, they will now move on to the Eastern Conference semifinals round. Their first actual series win in some time. Same thing for Rick Carlisle, who I think coached a hell of a series versus a team in the Bucks with their new coach. A lot of people, may have said like Doc Rivers didn't do a pretty good job, but they didn't have Giannis. They did not have Giannis. If you are telling me that with Giannis Antetokounmpo, you still would have the Pacers winning that series, I think you're lying, because Giannis puts a lot of pressure on a defense. He gets guys in foul trouble. He puts referees under pressure. You have to double team him, or dare I say triple team him at times, which will leave more open shots for guys like Malik Beasley, Damian Lillard, Bobby Portis. It will take a little bit of pressure off of the others if Giannis was playing in this particular series, but he was not, unfortunately. So for the Pacers to get the win and ultimately win the series over a shorthanded Bucks team, that's just the way things fell for them, and it's unfortunate, but that's the way things go. You cannot predict those kind of things. Injuries happen. So if you're the Bucks, hopefully things turn out in the future as far as the health of your star players. If you're the Pacers, moving on, ultimately going into the next round of the playoffs, you get a few days off before you actually start the next series, which is always good. Get your guys healthy, get your guys whole. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Pacer fans, Milwaukee Bucks fans, NBA fans, or if this is just your first time tuning into the channel, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to the channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I catch you guys on the next video.